Hi, I'm Robert Curtis. I'm the head instructor of the Distance Calculus program. In this video, I'm going to talk about our statistics course. Now, the first thing I should talk about is that we have two statistics courses, and the higher course is called probability theory, and this has a calculus 3 prerequisite, and then our lower course is algebra 2 prerequisite, the statistics course. And this is a course that's generally taken by freshmen and sophomores, not necessarily math students either, generally students who aren't in math majors. But the higher probability course, which is talked about on another page, does have a calculus 3 prerequisite. This is calculus-based statistics, where over here this is algebra-based statistics. Now, if you are needing to take the probability course, the calculus-based statistics, you do not need the lower statistics course as a prerequisite. It turns out that the topics are exactly the same. It's just the way that they're presented. In this course, it's presented based upon the language of calculus using derivatives and integrals. And in this course, it's based just upon using algebra and keeping a lot of the formulas sort of hidden from you, because the formulas actually are calculus based, so we just kind of hide that calculus behind the scenes, and we just concentrate on doing as much statistics as we can, a little bit not described too well, just kind of some magic that goes on, and we just sort of hide the calculus stuff over there. But you don't need to take this statistics course before you take probability. If you need to take the higher level probability course, you can just go take that and start there, it turns out. So in this video, I'm going to talk about just our lower statistics course, and there's quite a lot to talk about, it turns out. The lower statistics course, all universities have one. It's usually taught in the math department, and the math department teaches a course, and then a lot of times the business school will teach a statistics course, the psychology department will teach a statistics course, the sociology department, sometimes the econ department. All of these other departments probably teach their own statistics course, and it depends on what major you're in, and you have to be very careful about making sure if you are in a psychology degree, they will most likely want you to take this statistics course from their department, and so that's not our course at all. The reason why is because in the psychology statistics course, they're not really going to concentrate on the mathematics so much. They're going to concentrate on the applications to psychology. I keep saying psychiatry. That's not right. So in the sociology course, they're going to concentrate on applications to sociology. In the business, of course, all of the examples are going to come from business. And there are lots of courses like this, and they're great courses, but it's not this course. This course is the course that's taught by the math department, and although it has some applications from these disciplines that I just erased over here, it is not primarily centered around those kinds of applications. So it's a general statistics course. Now, the general statistics course that the math departments teach, which is commonly called stats, and I'm just going to draw a little cloud here. What has happened over the years is this course has suffered from bloat. It started off very nice, and basically you would learn stuff about probability, you would learn stuff about distributions, you would learn stuff about normal distributions, and then you would kind of end up with what's called the Central Limit Theorem. and do this very nice course, a very reasonable course, not too much stuff. And then it started to take off here. Then we started having all kinds of notations for different things thrown into the course. Then we started having all kinds of applications, like from those other courses. Those got thrown in. Then we started saying, we need to know what z-indexes are and p-vals. Those need to be in. And now the course, depending on where you take the course, the textbook can be like this thick. I mean, it's getting really big. It's almost getting as big as a calculus course and a calculus textbook, because they're throwing so much stuff into this poor little single course in statistics. And unfortunately, what happens is the student comes out and their heads are spinning. So in a baby course, the beginning statistics course, you would learn about probability, you would learn about distributions, and you would learn about the normal distribution, which is the most important of the distributions. And now if you open up a statistics book, you'll see all kinds of other distributions, chi-squared distributions, and the list just goes on and on and on of all the types of distributions that they list. Beta distributions and gamma distributions and it's just too much stuff. I think it's too much stuff. So I know the reason why they're adding all this stuff in, because they're trying to make this course give you as much groundwork for statistics as possible, so that when you go off into your psychology degree, your sociology degree, your econ degree, you have this toolbox of knowledge of statistics. And that's a great goal, and we certainly do this topic, this topic, this topic, this topic, and we do a little bit of this. Our course is not going to have so many applications. There will be a few, but not like an application-centered course. There are also courses that talk about thinking statistically. And those are great courses. They're very, application-centered courses in how to use statistics correctly and incorrectly in terms of applications to different departments. Our course is not like that either. And we're also trying to stay away from the notation blitz, because what it does is it gets away from studying the general topic of statistics and coming out of the course with a solid foundation of understanding what's going on, so that when you go into the next course in statistics, like in an MBA program, like in a psychology master's program, that you have a very good solid foundation of statistics, so that when you go to the next course, then you can learn about all of the 20 different types of distributions and learn about the ones that are used all the time in business, or all the ones that are used all the time in psychology, and you will have a better understanding of what they're talking about when you get to that next course. So we reduce the number of topics that in our course as much as possible, so that we're not overloading the student with all kinds of notation and all kinds of topics from statistics, so that you can actually learn the topic here. The downside is that when you try to transfer our course to your school, and the course comes under a transfer review, we may not have as many topics as your school will want. So you do need to really make sure that your school is going to approve our syllabus for your statistics course. And most of the time they will, and sometimes they say, oh no, we want you to have a whole bunch of stuff on confidence intervals. And it is in our syllabus, and we do some work on it, but some schools want even more work on certain topics in statistics. So I'm just saying that so that you make sure that our course will transfer. With all of our distance calculus courses, you should make sure our course transfers before you enroll. Now, that's the topic of the bloat of topics in statistics, and we try to stay away from that bloat as much as we can. But then there's three types of courses. There's really two types of courses, and ours is the third. There are book-centered courses. There are Minitab or Excel. And then the third one is ours. We use the live math software, which we use in all of our lower calculus courses. And I'm going to talk about why ours is going to be a little bit different. So the book course is something that sometimes there's some technology, maybe with graphing calculators, maybe not, but it's generally a book course. You read the book, you go through the lectures, and you may do lots of hand calculations in such a course. It's one type of statistics course, and if that sounds like that is what you're interested in, this is not the course for you. The second type of statistics course is a Minitab based course. Minitab is a statistics program. Minitab, SAS. There's all kinds of statistics programs that are specific to statistics. They're very good. A lot of people feel that these are very important softwares for students to learn. If you're going into business, then usually they stick to the Excel side. If you're going into psychology or the humanities or the social sciences, then they stick with Minitab. And these courses tend to be, as students report to them, very what's known as plug and chug. That you take a set of data, you get it into Minitab, and you press buttons and stuff comes out, and you're not really sure what did come out, but something came out, and then you do some statistics with what has come out. Some students really like this course. It is beneficial to learn Minitab or Excel in some disciplines, but my feeling is in this course is that there's too much plug and chug going on and not enough learning of the concepts of statistics, which our program is based upon a liberal arts emphasis. And in liberal arts, we stay away from plug and chug when we can, and we try to do more of the theory of what's going on in statistics so that we have a strong foundation of understanding of the topics of statistics. So in our course, we use the live math software, which is actually not made for statistics. It's really made for calculus. And as I described before, all of the formulas in statistics actually come from calculus. So that's why we're able to use it. But we use it kind of behind the scenes, and the goal here is to understand the theory. Understand the theory and the concepts of statistics rather than plug and chug, numbers come out, what do I do with them? I don't know. Standard deviation is 2. What does that mean? I don't know. This is the problem with this course. The problem over here in the book course is that you're pretty much required to do all of your calculations by hand, which makes for a very tedious course, and it means that the data sets that you're able to study over here in Bookland are very small. It's usually like 10 data points or 15 data points because it gets pretty, not so much fun to do these things by hand. So we feel that our course is kind of a nice little middle ground. You're not using software that sort of hides these calculations from you, so you don't know how they're created. we're actually doing the calculations and you're seeing them in live math in a very visual way. And we're also concentrating on the theory of the statistics topics at the same time, trying to make sure that we have a very solid understanding of the concepts of statistics to prepare ourselves for future work in the other disciplines. So I really like our approach as a very different approach to statistics, but it's important that you know the difference in our course versus many of the other types of course offerings. So you're probably being a very good researcher right now. You're looking around at different statistics courses that are offered, and that's great. And so you'll see the two types of courses, and ours doesn't really fit into that mold. And that's what I'm trying to share with you now is many students who have asked us questions in the past about the statistics course ask, well, do you guys use Minitab? The answer is no. Oh, well, do you guys use, are you guys doing book calculations and graphing calculators? And the answer is no. We are doing our own approach here. I think that it's a better approach, but that I'm biased because I developed this approach over here, and so I think it's a little bit better. But it'll be up to you to take a look. It's most important that you make sure your department, wherever you're planning to transfer your credits, you want to make sure that they are not expecting a Minitab course that you take. All right, so you don't want to find any surprises down the road and say, well, I took the statistics course and oh yeah, we used live math instead, and they say, no, we wanted you to learn Minitab. If your department really wants you to do that, you need to follow their instructions and find a Minitab course. Generally, if they have a book type of course offering, that they're going to be very happy with our technological approach to the statistics course, and these two will be equivalent academically. It's this one that's kind of a much different creature that you have to make sure that your department is either wants you to take that or doesn't mind that you not take a Minitab based course. All right, well, that's the statistics course in a nutshell, and you can have a look at our page here. There are some examples of the curriculum and some movies, and you can take a look at some of the examples and see if this is a course that you might be interested in. If you have any other questions, just write me an email or a chat, and I'll try to answer them as I can, and we look forward to seeing you in the course. Bye-bye.